Hey there, Dr. Francesca LeBlanc here, Doctor of Natural Medicine and founder of DrBusyMom.com. Today we're going to talk about probiotics. You know, I've still got patients in the practice, even in this day and age, that just simply don't think they fall into the category of needing a probiotic. And it poses a great question. Do you need a probiotic? So, you know, we kind of always want to put the question back into the patient's hands. Are you somebody under physical, chemical, or emotional stress? Now, physical stress can take many different forms. Perhaps you've been in an unfortunate consequence of a car accident, or perhaps you do very physical labor for your job. You know, these two varying types of physical stress are still stress on the body, which reduce the amount of beneficial bacteria in your gut. Now, perhaps you're somebody under some type of chemical stress. Perhaps you have been on prescription medication for many years for various types of issues, or perhaps you've just been sick and taken antibiotics, okay? Either or are destroying beneficial bacteria in your gut, and the same goes for emotional stress. Perhaps your job is just stressful in itself, or maybe you're planning a wedding. It's a good stress, but it's still stress. These types of stress also reduce the amount of beneficial bacteria in your gut. Now, I already know what you're saying. If I've just gone through that whole list and you're saying that's not me, I am definitely not falling into one of those categories. How about ask yourself if you're somebody that struggles with anxiety or depression? Now, believe it or not, a decrease in beneficial bacteria in your gut inhibits the body's ability to produce happy chemicals. We find time and time again in our functional diagnostic medicine practice that folks struggling with anxiety or depression really do need a high quality probiotic. Now, you could just be somebody that maybe is very busy and on the road for work and eating a diet rich in fast and processed food. This unfortunately also destroys beneficial bacteria in your gut. Sugar, very big one. If we have a sweet tooth and we indulge on a daily basis in processed sugar, that stuff is feeding off of that good bacteria in your gut and leading to a whole domino effect of stuff in the body. Now, if you are now checking one of those boxes saying, hey, I might benefit from a probiotic, you're probably wondering, where do I go from here? And the simple fact is this: no two probiotics are created equal. And while I love that mass market retailers are offering probiotics, the ones that are hanging out there on the shelf are hanging out there on the shelf for a reason. They're loaded with genetically modified fillers which give it shelf life. So you might as well keep your cash in your pocket and invest in a very high quality probiotic that'll really have a benefit on your gut. So what do I mean by that? So in the world of probiotics, you've got shelf-stable probiotics, which means these guys can hang out on the counter, or you've got the refrigerated kind. Now, both there are varying supplement lines that offer great products in both categories. You simply have to find one that's the right fit for you and your lifestyle, right? Because consistency is key. So if we've got a refrigerated version and we're always gonna forget and ignore the Post-it notes to remind us, then just forget it. Get yourself a shelf stable, meaning can hang out on the counter so you can see it and take it. Probiotics do their best work when taken 30 minutes before eating in the morning, meaning wake up, have your glass of water, take your probiotic, let the gut get to work before you put coffee or before you put any kind of food in your system. And heads up, probiotics are great for infants and children alike, so you might want to consider making it a whole family shift if you're not already taking probiotics already. Now, if taking another supplement is something that just doesn't jazz you, what you can do is start incorporating foods that are rich in natural probiotics. And what I mean by that are fermented foods. We're seeing a huge movement right now in natural food stores providing a variety of fermented foods. And I think this is fabulous because this simply wasn't the case years ago. So you can see here I've got some sauerkraut, I've got a kosher dill, relish. These both have natural probiotics in them. They're great to consume once a day. If you're looking at this saying, I would never eat that, I challenge you to try it. You don't have to go for the sauerkraut. There's something called kimchi, which is also a wonderful fermented food. Again, nature's probiotics, it's a great addition to getting beneficial bacteria back in your gut. Now, there's something called kombucha. If you've ever heard of it or been in a natural food store, you see these fermented teas now everywhere. And the great thing about kombucha is, again, if you're somebody that's on the road and you just can't get out of the car, you could put this in your cup holder and still get your probiotics for the day. They come in a wide variety of flavors. It's not as though you have to succumb to some sort of wacky flavor, although I do prefer, if you choose a flavored kombucha, that it is 6 grams of sugar or less. The ones that taste the best are very high in sugar, up in the ballpark of 10 grams of sugar, and I kind of don't recommend that. So if you do choose kombucha, just go ahead and be a label reader with that. Now, if you found today's information beneficial, I would be so honored if you liked it and shared it with your friends. You know, probiotics really are a game changer in a lot of people's health. So I would be blessed if you continue to share my mission and we grow the Dr. Busy Mom community together. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.